Hi, I'm Greg Baldini, one of the developers of Tabular Editor. I'm here to show you some of our day one support for user-defined functions in Tabular Editor that you can use throughout your tabular models and Power BI models. Here, we're going to look at a way that we can reuse a dynamic format string across many different measures. If we look at this pivot table, we'll see that we've got a few measures in here. One of these does a nice rounding and shows rounded off numbers with an indicator of the thousands, millions, or billions place. These other measures that we can see show the whole number. What we'd like to do is be able to round each of these the same way. I'll show you now a DAX script where we can see how this format string is defined for that one measure. And we can see that it does some conditional logic here to test what the value of the measure is, and then round it and format it appropriately. What we'd like to do is reuse this across all of our measures, but without having to copy and paste this whole chunk everywhere. So what we can do is actually use this in a measure. We'll define this new measure round format up here, and what we can do is actually paste in exactly that dynamic format string that we were just looking at. We can use our auto formatting to easily get this into a nice format. And now we've got something that's reusable. This is a function named round format. It takes no arguments and simply looks at the current measure and does the appropriate formatting for it. We can also come down here to the original measure, and we can replace its format string simply with a call to that new measure. We can apply this, and we'll see that there's been no change to our existing measure. It still rounds appropriately. And now what we'd like to do is use this for all of our measures. I've got a simple C# script here that will simply apply this format string to all of my selected measures. I'll select these, I'll run the script, and then we'll see that each of these measures has their format string set correctly. If we save this and look at the pivot table, we'll see that each of these is rounding off as we'd expect. I hope this has been helpful to see how we can use user-defined functions throughout Tabular Editor and using some of our existing features for quality of life and developer experience. I hope this helps you to build better tabular models. I'll see you next time.